Hey budgeties, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new, my name is Mo. I'm 28. I'm working on my financial freedom journey by paying off my student loan debt, saving as much money as possible, investing as much money as possible, but also I'm going over my financial independence retire early plan. And if you're returning, hey friend. So in this video, this is new. I have yet to exactly explain what I'm trying to do, what my man and I are trying to do with our financial independence retire early plan, and that's what I'm gonna do in this video. I'm gonna give you the definition of it. I'm gonna give you our numbers, and we're gonna go over our assets and liabilities. And I'm saying our because it's no longer just myself and my numbers. So, and then I'm also gonna tell you guys the plan on what we wanna do moving forward. So if you're interested in this, and if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, make sure you comment, as well as subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay. Whew. So what is financial independence retire early, right? Basically it's kind of like what it sounds. You want to be financially independent and get your money in order so you can retire early. A lot of people choose to retire in their 60s, 70s. I mean, some people unfortunately aren't even able to retire then. So the goal here is to retire early. Everybody has their own numbers when they want to retire. You want to retire early, but you want to make sure you can actually financially do it, right? And that includes having your debt paid off. That includes having enough money to live off of a savings or investment, right? Any of that. So that's basically what the financial independence retire early community is all about. And me and my boo, we're starting it. So our specific goals is that one, we want to be able to retire early no later than 40. So we're giving ourselves 40. I'm 28, he's 27, and that's our goal. So it's a little over 10 years, but we're saying 10 years with a little change, you know, plus or minus a year or two. Another thing is we want to have no debt, obviously. Well, that might not be obvious, but we want to have no debt and also reach our financial independence number, okay? So for us, you're like, what is a financial independence number? Financial independence number is the number of money you need to retire early, right? And so you calculate that by taking all your annual expenses and timesing it by 25. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know why they times it by 25, but they do. One YouTube channel I watch is F.I.R.E Journey. It's a couple, I love it. They give great videos in detail. I'm gonna give in detail, but I'm gonna give in detail specific to my numbers, okay? So let's start out with the goals. Okay, so we have all of our goals down. We want to retire no later than 40, retire with no debt, as well as retire with our financial independence number. So what I'm going to do next is go ahead and do our assets and liabilities. That should be quick. I have the numbers already in my mind or written off to the side. But yeah, I want to get in our assets and liabilities. And again, this is for my man and I. We will be married very soon, so just trying to bring all the numbers together. Something I also want to bring up to you guys is that while we're on this journey, we decided to not share this information with our family and friends. So I guess I'm sharing it with you guys, but that's it. And if you're like, girl, why? So I don't know, I feel like I'm sensitive, and I understand that we have family members who might not see the vision, right? They're reluctant to accept anything new or different. So we decided that we were just going to keep it amongst ourselves and see the process through, because we already know people feel like, oh, you guys are being cheap. You make enough money to buy this. You make enough money to have that. So just spend the money or spend your credit card because, or, you know, swipe your credit card because you have one life to live. And that's okay mentality, but we know we have, you know, other goals. So we just decided to not share this information. We think that they'll come around in the end. We think they'll come around in the end, not per se while we're going through the thick of it. Because it's like I said, it's new and not everybody is open to stuff that's new. Okay, so we have our assets down, and now I'm gonna go ahead and get into our liabilities, and I hope I spelled that right. I don't feel like I did. Okay, so my man O has student loans, and his is $34,000. And then y'all know me, I have my student loans, and we're gonna say 89,000. Hopefully it's a little lower than that. And then he also has a car loan that he still owes, and it's only $2,000. So we're trying to get that fixed first, so we can only have our student loans and then pay that down. Okay, so let's just do some math. This should be 51,000, but why did I do that? But just so I can make sure I have the numbers, we're just gonna add it up. 10,000 plus 6,000 plus 2,000 plus 33,000, 51,000. Okay, so our assets are 51,000, and obviously our liabilities are higher than our assets currently. So we know that's a thing. So we know we're in the negative, but seeing where we are will help us get out of it. So 34,000 for his student loans plus 89,000 for mine plus 2,000 for his car. That's $125,000. Okay. 125,000, and this is the negative, you guys. So that's our assets, that's our liabilities. So we're gonna take 51,000, and we're gonna subtract 125,000. So now we are negative $74,000. It's bad, but like I said, at least we know where we are. 74,000. Okay, that is our current net worth. So obviously our current goal for our net worth is to get to zero, right? And we know that will be coming up. Okay, so now we have our goals, we have our assets and liabilities, and now we're gonna go ahead and get into our monthly income so we can get to our financial independence number, okay? So I wanted to, I'm gonna put financial independence number. I wanted to make it easy so it wouldn't be like a long list. So I'm gonna put a dot, and we're gonna say monthly income. Okay, so first thing up, I just separated it, like I said, trying to make it easy. I did home. So this is gonna include our rent, electricity, internet, water, gas, things like that. And when I say gas, I'm talking about gas for our car. And I rounded up because you guys know I like to round up. And so this is gonna be $2,600, which is kind of high. So we gotta figure out a way to get that down. Oh, I didn't even write the monthly income. So we're gonna say on our worst month, between the both of us, we bring in $7,700 a month, okay? Again, worst case scenario. So our home bills, we're saying is $2,600. We didn't include food and home, so this is our goal. Now, if you watch this channel, you know I struggle with the food, but we're trying to get that to $350 a month. And then because we have so much debt, I am incorporating debt into our bills. So we're gonna do $2,000. Again, this is a month, $1,000 to his student loans, $1,000 to my student loans. We will be having that car paid off very soon. So don't even worry about that. So we have 2,600 plus 350 plus 2,000. That's $4,950. $950. Now, mind you, this is a month, okay? So now we need to get to our yearly expenses. So we're gonna take this, we're gonna times this by 12, okay? $4,950 times 12. That's $59,400. Okay, that's $59,400, and this is for the year. So now remember, the financial independence number is when you take your annual expenses. So this is an annual expense, and you times that number by 25, and that's how you get the number you should retire to. So this is our $59,400, our annual expenses for the home, food, and the debt. I don't have a car note. He has a car note. I think we covered dang near everything in here. Also, when it comes to home, we incorporated like a little bit of money for clothes. You know, realistically, these are not just all bills. So 59,400, and we're gonna times that by 25. So that is $1,485,000. 1.4, like almost 1.5 million. Now, realistically, when we did our numbers, we were under this amount because so we went over. But anyways, the moral of the story here, our financial independence number is going to be $1.5 million. Okay, 1.5 million. I hope I spelled that right. So that's where we are with our financial independence number. It's a lot. You're like, oh my gosh, so how do we get to that? So that's what we're talking about next. What is it that we're doing to get to that money? So let's get back to the monthly income. I'm gonna pull this aside so we can talk about, I guess, our plan to go forward. Okay, so our plan to get to FIRE. So we know we have, again, our worst case scenario, we bring in $7,700 a month. Our bills or expenses that we're gonna have is $4,950. That means that we have $2,750 left over to save/invest, which is not a bad number at all, but we need to know how much we're able to put at minimum. Remember, I'm saying at minimum. So I'm gonna write this in pink. So we're gonna say our income is $7,700, bills $4,950, and then we're gonna save, invest, and it's gonna be $2,750. Now, we also understand that the best way to go about this is to get rid of our student loan debt. But we also know that you could do both at the same time. And so that's the plan for us. We're trying to do both at the same time. I understand that people choose, well, I'm just going to pay off all of my debt and not save a certain amount of money, or invest a certain amount of money, or I'm just going to invest and save and not pay off debt. We're going to do both. It might take us a little longer. We understand that the goal of this is to get more income so we can put it towards debt, so we can reach our goal quicker. Because we realize saving $2,750 a month, right? So let's do math with that. If we save $2,750 a month, we times that by 12, we're saving $33,000 a year, okay? So let's take 33,000 and subtract it by 1,500,000, okay? That's a lot of money. And we're gonna divide that. No, let's do 1,500,000, and let's just divide it by 33,000. It would take us 45 years. Now, granted, that's just incorporating like how much we saved if we didn't gain any money, if we didn't gain any dividends from it, any of that, right? Obviously, that's not the goal here. Our goal, again, I'm speaking for the both of us because my fiance and I, we spoke about it. Our goal is to save 75% of our income. Maybe once we get done with our debt, or a lot of our debt, we can get closer to that 75%. Usually we save about 30% of our money, save/invest 30% of our money. So the goal is to only live off of 25%. Which we know is crazy, but I'm gonna write that goal down. Goal is to save, invest, can't spell, it's okay, 75%. So now the question is, again, how do we get to a higher number? We know that we have to lower our expenses, but lowering our expenses is only going to take us so far. We know we need to make more money as well as pay off our debt, because remember, there's $2,000 a month, right? That's $24,000 a year going to debt by itself. So again, we know we need to lower our expenses, pay off our debt. We are getting into the side hustles. You guys know Paper by Mo for me is a side hustle. Every piece of money that comes in, I do put towards my student loan debt. We have also started a vending machine business, so that should bring us in some more money. It's hitting the last quarter of the year, so our jobs, our full-time jobs, we will have our raises and things like that. Another thing we're gonna do is max out on our tax accounts, okay? So whether it be our 401ks, whether it be our IRAs, we need to give as much, especially without taxes, as we can. I think our holdup with doing that was I was afraid, okay, if we wanted to retire by 40, we can't get that money out. But we can get that money out before the age of 60, 65. There are rules that go along with it, but we can do it. So let me write down the plan. So this is our plan. These are our actions over the next 12 years, because we did say by 40, no later than 40. So bring down our monthly expenses, which we have done already. If you watch this channel, you notice that, well, previously our rent was like $1,900. Now our rent is $1,600 with water. So we went down on that. We're working on the food, as well as I haven't even said this in my other videos yet, but my car insurance cut down $50 because we moved out of the inner city to, again, have a little bit more affordable living. And you guys know I put all extra money I can towards my debt, so that's another thing for us, paying our debt off, as well as, like I said, earning more money with our side hustles, trying to get better at side hustling, as well as, you know, pay increases with our jobs. And you're probably like, okay, well, how can you control pay increases with your job? Well, we have opportunities at our job we probably haven't taken because it takes way more work, but we are looking into building up our resumes so we can go ahead confidently asking for an increase with our full-time jobs, as well as possibly leaving, you know, a job to get somewhere else that maybe has more money for us, or, you know, just a better pay increase for us as we're trying to get to our FIRE journey. So yeah, this is where we are. This right here is so scary to me. $1.5 million is a lot. The thought of it is crazy. But remind you, we do have like $33,000 between the both of us saved/invested with the high yield savings account and our investment portfolios. I did not include our 401ks, even though that's another $30,000. For whatever reason, I just decided not to use it in our assets. Maybe I should. But yeah, our cars are worth something. Again, we have 3 debts: his student loan, my student loan, and his car loan. And now we have to also pay interest on those debts. So at minimum, we are trying to do $1,000 per person. Again, we do, once we pay off all of these, or once we pay these bills here, we still have $2,750 left over, which we could save, invest, or maybe even put more towards our debt, depending on how we go about it. So this is the process. This is the first step of the process. I'm excited to share with you guys. I'm also kind of nervous because, like, I understand, again, I'm a little afraid of the judgment, because I understand like how big this number is, or at least to us, right? How big it is and how far we are from it. Because again, we are at negative $74,000 is our net worth. Our goal for the net worth is to get to zero. We just want to get to zero. And getting to zero doesn't mean that our debt has to all be paid off. It could just mean we have more assets than we have the liabilities. I told you guys in other videos that we were talking about our life insurance policies and plans, whole life, that we were looking into. And this is a big reason, right? So I think I said just for $150,000 life insurance policy, whole life insurance policy on myself, is $150 a month, and that would take us out of the negative. But obviously, you know, my fiance and I, we would do it for the both of us. I would have one, he would have one. Again, that would take us out of the negative. We would still owe student loans though. So that's something, you know, we're thinking about, we're discussing as we go through this process. And I'm excited to share this journey with you guys. Make sure you guys comment below if you're on a FIRE journey. Tell me your opinions. I guess if they're good, and I guess if they're bad. I really, you know, whatever it is, if you have any advice or anything like that, you know, we'll take it with a grain of salt as we move along this FIRE journey. I appreciate you guys so much. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye.